Every morning at exactly 6:30 a.m., Ellis Ford, the young CEO of a billion-dollar tech company, jogged through the same dusty road in the city. He wore the same grey hoodie, the same wireless earbuds, and carried the same bored look on his face. Billionaire problems. They never told you how lonely they could be. But what changed his mornings wasn't the music in his ears. It was Marley Quinn, the banana seller who stood at the corner by the rusted green gate and sold bananas every morning to people rushing to their 9-to-5 jobs. "Banana for your billions, sir," she called out one morning with a cheeky grin, holding up a small bunch like it was gold. Ellis had laughed for the first time in days. "Do you take cards?" She shook her head. "Only smiles and maybe small change." He started stopping by, not for bananas. He didn't even like bananas that much, but for her. There was something about Marley. Her clothes were old, her feet dirty, and her bananas often overripe. But her spirit, bright, sharp, loud enough to wake a sleeping billionaire's soul. Every day she said something new. "Your face looks richer than yesterday. Don't jog too fast, sir. You might outrun your problems. Marry me now so I can retire from this banana hustle." Ellis would laugh, sometimes drop a note in her rusty tin and jog off. But that laugh would stay with him all day. People thought Marley was crazy. Some said she lived under the bridge with her younger brother. Others whispered that she once worked in the hotel before her life scattered. Ellis didn't know which was true, and oddly, he didn't care. He just knew that her corner had become the best part of his mornings. But on one cloudy Thursday, everything changed. He was jogging as usual, earbuds in, barely paying attention until he saw a fast car coming out of nowhere, too fast, too close. Then, bam, a sudden pull, a fall, pain, noise, bananas rolling on the street. He opened his eyes. Marley was lying beside him, bleeding from her elbow. She had pushed him out of the way. That car would have hit him straight. "You okay?" she gasped, her voice weak but still cheeky. "Told you not to outrun your problems." Ellis was in shock. "You saved my life?" She smiled faintly. "Well, now you have to marry me." People rushed over. Someone called an ambulance. Ellis held her hand tightly, his heart pounding, not from the near-death moment, but from the fear of losing the one person who had somehow become his favorite part of the day. He didn't even know her full name, but he was about to find out, and his whole world was about to change. The hospital room smelled like old bleach and boiled cabbage. Marley Quinn lay on the bed with a bandaged elbow and an IV drip in her arm. Yet, she still found a way to make fun of Ellis. "You are lucky I didn't die," she said. "Your morning jog would have been boring forever." Ellis chuckled. "You are lucky I didn't die. I'm the one with the billion-dollar brain, remember?" Marley rolled her eyes. "Please, I've seen goats with more sense than you. At least they watch the road." He had been sitting by her bedside for hours. His staff had called. His board had panicked, but Ellis didn't care. For the first time in a long time, he was exactly where he wanted to be. "I need to know more about you," he said suddenly. "Where do you live? What's your story? Who is Marley Quinn?" She looked at him, her smile fading just a little. "I live under the old bridge by Mason Street," she said, "with my brother Finn. He is 12. Our parents died in a fire 3 years ago. We had nothing. Still don't." Ellis blinked. He hadn't expected that kind of honesty or pain. "What about school?" he asked. She shrugged. "Dropped out in junior secondary. Finn is smarter than me. I sell bananas to feed us. He reads every book he finds in the trash." There was a silence. Heavy, uncomfortable, real. "I want to help you," Ellis said finally. Marley stared at him. "You already have. You gave me 2 whole customers this week and a hospital bed. That's like Christmas and my birthday rolled into one." He laughed, but he was serious. "I mean, really help. You are sharp, brave. You saved my life, Marley, and I can't stop thinking about you." Marley raised an eyebrow. "Is that your billionaire way of saying you like me?" He stood up, leaned closer. "Yes, I like you. I don't care if you sell bananas or diamonds." Her heart skipped. Just a little, maybe more. I warn you though, she said, grinning. I'm very high maintenance. I eat 2 packs of instant noodles a day. Ellis smiled. Done? I will even throw in eggs. A few weeks later, they were spending more time together. Ellis brought Marley to his tech hub on weekends. She learned how to use a computer, took typing lessons, even learned how to make PowerPoint slides, though she still called them those magic picture pages. People noticed, and not in a good way. His personal assistant whispered, "Sir, she doesn't belong in our world." His best friend laughed. "This is your new girlfriend? Bro, are you okay?" But worst of all, when Ellis took Marley to his family home for a dinner visit, his mother nearly dropped her glass of wine. "She sells bananas?" she asked in disbelief. "Ellis, is this some twisted joke?" His father didn't even speak. He just walked out. Later that night, Marley pulled away from Ellis as he tried to hold her hand. "I told you," she said softly. "Your word and mine, they don't mix." "They will," Ellis replied, his voice firm. "We'll make it work. I don't care what they say." But deep down, Marley was already slipping away. And Ellis, he had just made a promise that would change both of their lives forever. The headline the next day didn't help. "Billionaire hair dating banana seller, love or lunacy." It was on blogs, gossip sites, and even made it to TV. Marley's photo, taken secretly when she was leaving Ellis' office, was everywhere. She looked tired, dusty, and in one shot, her left slipper was broken. "Wow," Marley said, holding Ellis' phone. "They couldn't even wait for me to fix my shoe?" Ellis sighed. "I'm sorry, I didn't think the media would find out so fast." "Oh, they didn't," Marley said, eyes sharp. "Someone close to you told them." She was right. Ellis' own cousin had leaked the story. Later that evening, his parents invited him to a private conversation, which basically meant a fancy family intervention. "Ellis," his mother began, with her best disappointed face, "we are not angry. We are just worried." "She's not your type," his father added. "She's clearly after your money." "She saved my life," Ellis replied. His mother scoffed. "Anyone would push a billionaire out of danger for free. That's not love, that's investment." He stood up. "You don't know her. And you don't know what love costs when it's poor," his father snapped. "Drop her, now." Ellis left that meeting with a bitter taste in his mouth, but Marley left something else behind. A note. "Ellis, you are a good man. Too good for the storm I bring. Thank you for the laughter, the bananas, and the free tech classes. Go shine where the world won't spit at you for loving me. M." She was gone. No trace of her or her brother. No calls, no banana stand, no Marley by the gate. Ellis was heartbroken, but not defeated. He searched. He asked around. Finally, with the help of a trusted friend, he found her staying at a woman's shelter near the outskirts of the town. Her brother Finn was attending a small local school, still reading books like a machine. Marley was shocked to see Ellis. "Why are you here?" "To finish what we started," he said. "But this time, we do it differently." He didn't take her back to his mansion. He sent her away. Not out of shame, but for transformation. He enrolled her in an international finishing program abroad. She learned how to speak at conferences, walk into rooms full of CEOs without flinching, dress with elegance, but still keep her personality. She even started a small smoothie brand called Marley's Morning Mix, using her banana selling roots. She worked hard. She cried. She fought imposter syndrome, but she grew. Ellis supported her from afar. He didn't rush her. He waited, and when the time was right, Marley Quinn came back, and this time nobody saw her coming. The invitation read, "Private dinner with the Ford family and partners. Formal attire required." Marley read it 3 times. Her hands didn't shake. Not this time. She stood in front of the mirror, adjusting the soft emerald green dress that hugged her frame like it was made for her, which in fact it was. Her hair was up in a neat bun, her makeup soft and elegant, her smile confident. Fane peeked in and grinned. "You look like a queen." She smiled back. "Good, because I'm about to walk into the lion's den." At the Ford mansion, the atmosphere was stiff. like everyone had swallowed an ice cube. Ellie stood beside his mother, who wore her favorite diamond necklace and a permanent scowl. His father was sipping wine and scrolling his phone, clearly uninterested. Then the butler announced, Miss Male Queen. Head stunned. A tall, graceful woman walked in, heels clicking softly. She held her head high, eyes calm, smile cool but polite. Nobody recognized her, not even Ellie's mother. She greeted each guest with a gentle nod, shook hands confidently, and made easy conversations with two CEOs and a senator's wife. Her laugh was warm, her grammar smooth, her poise effortless. Ellie's father leaned toward his wife, who invited her. I don't know, she whispered, but she's quite impressive. After dinner, Ellie stood to speak. Thank you all for coming, he began. Tonight's special guest is someone I would like you to meet properly. He turned to Male and held out his hand. This is Male Queen, the woman I love, the woman I will marry. There was a long silence, a drop of a pin kind of silence. His mother's wine glass froze halfway to her lips. His father looked like someone had just cancelled Christmas. And then Ellie smiled wider. Some of you knew Male before. You judged her because she sold bananas. You laughed, called her a gold digger, murmurs, fidgeting, guilt. But now you see the same woman, and suddenly you approve. So tell me, what's changed? Her clothes or your hearts? The room fell silent again. Male stepped forward, her voice steady but gentle. I'm still that banana seller, still the girl who pushed Ellis out of danger, still the sister raising a boy alone. The only difference is, I stopped shrinking to fit into your boxes. No one dared speak. Ellie's mother swallowed hard. I didn't recognize you. Male smiled. That makes two of us. I didn't recognize the woman I've become either, but I like her. That night, as guests left one by one, awkward and humbled, Ellie's parents put him aside. We were wrong, his father admitted. She's extraordinary. His mother hesitated, then nodded. If she would still have us, would like to be part of your future. Ellis looked at Male, who simply said, breakfast is at 9 a.m. I'm making banana pancakes. They all laughed, genuinely this time. And in that moment, the girl by the gate had become the woman of the house. The sun peeked through the kitchen window of the new home Ellis and Male had bought together, just outside the city. Peaceful and quiet, where birds actually had meetings every morning on the roof. Male stood at the stove in a soft robe, flipping banana pancakes like a pro. Finn sat at the table, already halfway through his first plate, humming happily with syrup on his chin. Ellis walked in, hair in a mess, eyes still sleepy. I smell heaven, he mumbled. Male handed him a plate. Careful, these pancakes might make you fall in love with me all over again. Too late, Ellie said, kissing her forehead. I never stopped. They all laughed. That morning, Male opened her tablet and smiled at the dashboard. Male's morning mix, her smoothie brand, had just secured a deal with 3 major supermarkets. But the best moment of the day came at 11 a.m. when Ellie's parents showed up for breakfast. His mother wore flats and no jewelry, looking as normal as she could. His father brought Male a book, The Business of Being Bold. They sat, they ate, they listened, they smiled. Not once did anyone say the word banana seller, because now Male was more than that. She was a businesswoman, a role model, a sister, a wife-to-be, and most importantly, a survivor of judgment who never let it kill her joy. Later that evening, Male posted a photo on her social media, a plate of banana pancakes, 2 coffee mugs, and a caption that read, once upon a time, I sold bananas to survive. Now, I make breakfast for the man who taught me I was never too small to be loved out loud. Still bananas, just sweeter. The photo went viral, not because she was rich now, but because she earned everything without losing who she was. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss out on any interesting stories. Share this story with someone, and thank you for staying tuned to the end. See you in our next story. Bye.